Morning, or good morning. It's February 10th, 2017, and today is Lewis related but not Lewis specific. It is about the tool that I am creating here at Unit 4 called Lewis Dashboard, at least for now. What exactly it is a UI tool for managing our Lewis environment. So since we're building lots of Lewises all at the same time with multiple environments all over the place, we didn't want them to interfere with each other, so we've come up with a little bit of just a structure to manage all this stuff. And I've been creating a UI tool over the last few months to help at least visualize it, to make it easier to just do stuff with point and click. The idea is that this tool is supposed to be used by people who are managing Lewis in real life, and perhaps by developers for the same purposes of, for development purposes and things like that. Right now it's kind of a big messy tool. I'll have some graphics up when I talk about at least the current features. This probably might end up being a little bit of a series, so yeah. Features. Let's see. With this tool, you can deploy and train and publish your Lewis applications with the click of a single button for each collection of applications that your agent may use. You can add and remove it intents. You can mark entities with entities, or mark utterances with entities, and you can add new utterances to Lewis application definitions. And you can also create what we call templated utterances, which is one of the things that came out from the duration work that I was doing, where you can add, so you can just put in like a basic sentence like "I am traveling," and then you can add in like a little template to the end of that sentence. So then it'll generate like a few thousand utterances. It'll have all the different variations of date and time, and then mark those dates and times with the appropriate entity, so we have all the right information. So when you actually train your application, it'll train on the right sorts of data, and will be more successful with extracting that kind of information. Right now, inside the tool, which you'll probably see in a picture, is you can see the current application information that's connected to that version of the application. So like the subscription key and the authorization endpoint key and the application GUI, which is useful if you actually want to go into the Lewis API testing website to play around with the API and see how Lewis functions, under the hood. You can query your existing application, so if you want to see what is the result of a specific call, at least based on the current API that exists, then you'll be able to see what the results of that. And then you can also pull those suggestions that Lewis has for your application to improve its abilities through the same application, which I'll show. And yeah, you can see all the existing environments that are currently connected to the subscription key, which holds lots of different applications. Like currently we have, about eight environments right now, with like Wendy and Wanda, and some of the developers just have their own things that it doesn't do right now. It's not language aware, so everything is sort of in English, but it's sort of built in a way so that we can have more than one language for each different kind of application, and not have them necessarily interfere with each other. At least for all the templating stuff, all of that's assumed English at the moment. Someday, maybe someone who has a better knowledge of other languages, we can add more language handling stuff for that. But yeah, that's a lot of information, so we'll probably talk about it a bunch more.